everyone. It's Jennifer McCollum with the Parent Coach Club, and I am here today with the fabulous Elena Joy from the Pride and Joy Foundation. Hello, Elena.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm excited to talk to you because you have a course coming out very soon. It starts on Monday, August 10th. Is that correct?
Yeah, just around the corner.
And so tell me about this course, because I think it's really important that we get the word out and let people know exactly who this course is for. So can we back up just a tiny bit, though, before we talk about your course, and just tell us about the Pride and Joy Foundation?
Absolutely. So the Pride and Joy Foundation started because I came out rather later in life. It was a late bloomer situation. I was 38 when I came out. And I had 4 kids, and I had very much lived a very heteronormal life and didn't have any other friends that were queer moms. And I felt very alone. And so as I searched and searched for other queer moms, I realized, okay, we just all need to get in a room together and support each other. So the Pride and Joy Foundation was born, and it has a lot of different things, but its main focus is that we are focused on building self-awareness in LGBTQ families and the allies that love them. And so part of that is courses like this that's going to be launching on Monday. Another part of that is a support community, a discussion support community for all LGBTQ families and their allies. And so it's a great way to not only foster self-growth and self-development, but also to gain and give support that we need in our family lives these days.
That is wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. There's so much more to that story. But I want people to go and check you out in the other videos. There's another video that we did. Maybe we can share it here. The other video that really explains a lot more about the Pride and Joy Foundation and all the good work that you're doing in the world. But we're here today to talk about your course called UnHook. And the course is a 4-week course. I'm going to let you tell the details because I don't want to mess anything up. But it's to help other people, get past relying on other people's opinions and trust themselves more. So tell us who this course is for.
Absolutely. So the course is called UnHook, letting go of other people's opinions and learning how to trust yourself. And I really found that with me, a lot of my anxiety was around my sexuality and my children and how they were going to take it and how their peers were going to take it and how my peers were going to take the news. And so all of that was rolled up. Like, it's one thing to come out and deal with that on a personal level. It's also another thing to come out and watch how it affects your kids and watch how other people's opinions affect your coming out story and your kids transition into realizing that their mom is a lesbian. So I developed these steps, these UnHook steps, as a way to help other moms, whether they were queer or not, but as a way to recognize where they were being trapped by other people's opinions and expectations, and steps to help them reclaim their freedom, which is something I really had to do in my journey. And so I wanted to offer that option to others as well.
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you've been through it, you know the steps, you've taken the steps, you see the value in them, and you're teaching others. So that's beautiful. So so why would someone join? Like you told us a little bit about, we want to be able to trust ourselves more, but why would someone join this course as opposed to others? What would be the value in joining?
Yeah, so it's funny because I think so many of us, we feel like we're mature, independent adults who don't care what other people think about us, right? And so it's kind of a hard sell, this course, to try to convince people actually other people's opinions are running your life and you need to fix that. Mm-hmm. But it's also very easy to see from a mothering perspective, from a parenting perspective. So for example, yesterday, my 10-year-old daughter we're doing online school right now, and she's wearing green camo leggings with a blue tie-dyed shirt with a Pokemon on it, and she wants to go get the mail. I'm like, no, child, you look homeless, and I actually do care what our neighbors think about my parenting, right? And so I was aware that I had that feeling, and I think that that's very common among all mothers, right? We do not want anyone to think that our children are homeless. So then you can kind of extend that and think, okay, so what about the moms who have to come out to themselves, or the moms who have to come out to their kids, or the moms whose kids have come out to them? All of those situations, one of our first 3 reactions will be, people will think I'm a bad mom. Whether I felt that when I was coming out, people will think that I'm a bad mom for my 4 straight kids, right? I've really disrupted their lives. And it's a huge reason why it took me so long to come out, was because I didn't want to be perceived as a bad mom. Additionally, you have these moms, straight moms, whose kids are coming out to them in lots of different ways. It could be coming out with their sexuality. It could be coming out with their gender. It could be coming out that they actually don't like a sport that you thought that they loved their entire life, right? Like, whatever new information this is that they need to give you, in one of your first 3 thoughts is, people might think I'm a bad mom when they find this out. Then we know that other people's opinions are keeping us trapped, keeping us from freedom. Yeah. So once we're able to recognize that, we're able to go through the 4 steps and find incredible freedom. And I have found that it doesn't just affect the person who takes the class, it also affects literally everyone who lives with them, because everyone who can take the class can go through this experience of releasing judgment of themselves and releasing judgment of those around them. And it's so freeing for their partners and their kids to get that sense of, I'm not being judged. I'm being totally accepted the way I am. I'm not being judged. What a gift you're giving to the people that you live with, that you love, is to just take a course, take a 4-week course, and your relationship improves because they feel less judged, as well as your relationship with yourself improves because guess what? You feel less judged. And so there's all these benefits that can happen there. And I feel like it's most impactful when it comes to moms.
Okay, you covered a lot there. Here I am thinking, yep, this is me. Okay, going back to, going out to get the mail in camo leggings and Pokemon shirts. I feel like every time my kids left the house without a coat on, it's not, they weren't going to be cold. They knew they'd be fine. They'll hop on the bus. They'll go into school. They'll be fine.
Right.
It's just, what will people think of me?
I know.
I'm such a bad mom. If I send my kid out without a coat on, how can I do that? So I just want to unpack that a bit and make it relatable to, like, me in my life. I can completely relate to that. Like, people are going to judge me and then I feel judged. So bringing it back to, how we feel when we are judged. Do we want our kids growing up to feel that?
Right.
Absolutely not. And I always put myself in the same situation. Would I want my daughter or son to feel the way I feel right now? And I can't imagine, like, going through this UnHook. I love the name UnHook for your course too, because it's so, it's just a great visual too. If you go onto Elena's website, you can see the hook and the fish, like, get unhooked and stop the pattern of feeling this judgment and shame and then passing that on to your kids, and how empowering that can be, and the things that can happen when you don't have that constant judgment, both of yourself and of your kids, and then of your kids of themselves. So,
right.
Wow, it's a complete win-win, and it's a generational win. I feel like if you can stop it now, that this is just really kind of mind-blowing, almost, how it can change a life and many lives. So thank you.
Thank you.
I want to talk about some of the benefits. Like I want people to be really clear on what they get when they come into this course, because it is 4 weeks. So you've got a lot to do in 4 weeks.
It's true.
And I know you're giving every bit of yourself to it and everyone that joins. So let's talk about like the benefits.
Absolutely.
Kind of tell me a little bit about, so they're going to join the course and what do they get inside the course?
So right off the bat, one of the biggest things they get is they get to schedule a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session with me. And they get to schedule that whenever they want, before the program starts, during the program, or after the program. Whatever is going to be most impactful for their lives. And so that's one of the biggest bonuses. And then the next bonus is that they get 3 group coaching calls with the whole group. And one will start a few days after the class opens. Another group meeting will be a week and a half after that. And then the last group meeting will be September 4th. And so it's totally reasonable to have the class done in that time, although you don't have to. You will have access to the course for lifetime. But it is nice to have that group energy, that group synchronicity, right? As we're all going through it and experiencing the lessons. And so the lessons are broken up. They are available visually. It's a recorded video, right? Also, the transcript of the video is available. So if you learn better by reading and taking notes, then you'll have all the same information that's all written out. As well as there are writing exercises to go with each concept, as well as there's some inspirational quotes, some meditations. Like if I know of a brilliant podcast episode that's on that topic, then that's in there, right? And so you have all these different learning modalities for each concept. And so the very first thing we do is tackle self-awareness. Self-awareness is the intentional observation of our thoughts and actions without judgment. And so that's the very biggest basis and foundation of this program, is figuring out how do we practice non-judgment? How do we practice observing ourselves and our reactions to other people's opinions in a way that is actually beneficial? And that's through self-awareness. And so we hit on that really hard. Our next step is we radically acknowledge reality. And what that is about is understanding that we can be completely content with our current situation, at the same time be completely committed to an amazing future. And we can't do that unless we are acknowledging where we are right now. For example, if I want to run 5 miles tomorrow or 5 kilometers tomorrow, I need to radically acknowledge that there's a lot of prep work I would need to do, right? I can't just get up tomorrow morning and do that. Some people could. I cannot. I am radically acknowledging my reality that I cannot run 5 miles tomorrow. Okay. So once I radically acknowledge that without judgment, right? Without feeling like, oh, Lena, you're such a slob, or you're so lazy, or whatever that is. If I let go of that judgment, then I can say, all right, well, this is where I'm at. I better drink a lot today, get really hydrated. I better make sure I've got my good shoes, right? Like I can try to set myself up for success, but not until I've acknowledged what my reality is. So that's our second step. And then we also go through a limiting beliefs exercise, which has been life-changing for so many people. I actually do retreats and virtual retreats, and this exercise is done at every single one. And even people who've done it in the past love to repeat it. It is life-changing, in a word. Like I do it every 6 months. I have so many repeat clients who do it. It's just a wonderful exercise. And so that mini course is included in UnHook. So that's a $57 value that's included. And again, you will have lifetime access to that. So in 6 months, when you're ready to bust some more limiting beliefs, you're able to come back to that. And then the very last step is called Power in the Present. And it's about recognizing the fact that when our thoughts are stuck in the past, that can often lead to depression, and it is in the past. And when our thoughts are stuck on the future, that can often lead to anxiety, and it's in the future, and we don't live in the future or in the past. We actually only live right now. And so all of our power is right now in the present moment. And by recognizing that, we're able to let go of how other people's opinions affected us in the past, as well as the anticipatory other people's opinions, right? Like thinking about going to that family reunion and everyone's going to have these opinions about you, whether it's you've come out or one of your kids have come out or whatever it is. It could be just how your kid is dressed that day. But the anticipatory anxiety of other people's opinions can really ruin the present moment. And so going through that and recognizing that our power is right now. And it is the power that's in the pause after, wow, I really had an emotional reaction to Aunt Edna saying that about my kid. I'm going to pause and I'm going to observe that, because that's what I can do in this present moment. And that's where all my power comes from, is in that observation within that pause. And then that makes the future moments all that much better. Yeah.
That is super powerful and so unclear. And Aunt Edna, I have something to say to you. No, I'm just kidding. I won't. We'll talk about that at the next family reunion. Okay, so now I'm super clear. Like I can see everything that we're going to do in the course. I'm so excited about this. I also love that you've included the smaller course within it. But here's the biggest value, because I have been in many groups. The biggest value, I think, is not only going to be the one-on-one coaching with you, but that group coaching to know you're not alone, to spitball some ideas, to get support from other parents. Like that's going to be super valuable. And you give 3 of those group coaching classes within the 4 weeks. So I think that's like you've stacked value upon value upon value. Should we talk about the one other thing that you wanted to give value to today if people are joining? Because you only have a short time to join. True. This is only open until Sunday midnight.
Correct. Yeah. Sunday at
Pacific,
midnight.
Central,
Pacific. Yeah. Pacific
Central,
time.
Eastern, Pacific. Yeah. Okay. Pacific time. So you have till midnight on Sunday to join, because you're going to get busy on Monday. The course starts on Monday, August 10th, runs to September 4th.
Yeah.
You wanted to tell me about something that...
Yeah, well, just touching on how you pointed out that one of the biggest pieces of value is the group coaching. And this is a very unique group, right? We are creating a space that will be very welcoming and even centered on queer moms and moms with queer kids. And so the idea is, when you talk about spitballing ideas and learning experiences, like this is going to be very pertinent to this group. And there's not a lot of places where we can go to get that kind of camaraderie. So to build on that, I think that is one of the biggest value pieces in this. And so just until we close on Sunday night, everyone who signs up, when they get their confirmation email, will get a code to share with someone else, and they will get the course for free. And so the hope there is that we will be building not only a new community with each other, but we're also going to help you build your community where you are with people you already know, and help spread that freedom from other people's opinions within your own community as well.
Wouldn't that be great? So a buddy to take along with you, like it could be your friend, your sister, your neighbor, anyone, and you can gift them with this free code, split the cost, or gift them with a free code for it. So I love that. Okay, so what do we do? How do we find you? How do we sign up?
Yeah, so just go to prideandjoyfoundation.com, and right at the top, there's a link to the UnHook course. And that'll take you right to the checkout. And then, like I said, everyone who pays the full price for the course will get a code for a free course to share with anyone they want.
That is so awesome. Okay, so recapping, it's a 4-week course. It's called UnHook. You'll get 3 group sessions. You'll get a 30-minute one-on-one session with you. You'll get you'll get the course itself with all, you said, worksheets and meditations and videos and everything you need to get unhooked, and a smaller course that you have already included in that, valued at $57, all the other things like, and I know we talked about this before, but the value is way over $500, and the course itself is way less than that. So go check out Elena's page and go check out the UnHook course. It sounds like this is a win for everyone taking it and surrounded by this person that is going to take it. So did we miss anything? Elena, do you want to touch on anything that we didn't talk about?
I think that was it. And yeah, I'm just really excited for everyone who's going to be able to do this, because like you said, there's incredible value there. And the amazing part is that the next time we launch this class, probably in 2021, the price will have easily doubled. It will definitely be going for $299. And so this is a really great opportunity for that founding launch to be able to get in and experience it for the first time, being one of those premier members of the class.
That is wonderful. Well, if that isn't enough reason to join, I don't know what is. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to make sure to post the links under the video, above the video, under the video, somewhere, so that you can get in now. This is going to be fabulous. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new. And I am absolutely really hoping to go back and watch the other videos we've done too, because when you talked about the boardroom, oh my gosh, that's a whole nother conversation.
It is.
You got to go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
But you have such a gift and ability to transform lives. And I really hope that people take advantage of this course that you have put your heart and soul into and are pretty much giving away. So thank you. Thank you so much for all that you do and for helping all of those that need to be unhooked get unhooked.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Elena. Take care.